that benefits one and oppresses another. So I was trying to give individuals a chance to finally go against white privilege, and I wanted to give us a chance to start a critical race dialogue, because although there are things going on with racism in the news and in the media, what I feel like happens is we have these little spurts, these little trends where something horrible happens, people care about it for a couple weeks and then it passes, and we get into that vicious cycle of being angry for a couple seconds and then becoming compliant with racism again.
Yeah.
So I wanted us to finally have these things be in our physical presence. They needed to be tangible. They couldn't be mediated through a newspaper or through a video on television. They needed to be in our space to make us really feel how pressuring racism truly is.
Yeah. Cool question. So let's say your regular day, you're on campus, you know, walking in, whatever, going to class, teaching class, whatever. Do you feel comfortable now that the story has broke and you've received a lot of backlash from the younger students on the campus? Do you feel comfortable?
I feel comfortable because I do have more support than I have backlash. I should screaming much louder than the support.
Yeah, of course.
But I do not believe that the students who are angry at me would do something as extreme to physically approach me or to physically or verbally try to put me down. Once again, although they are upset, this is a very intellectual campus. We're all smart students. We're not going to do anything to mess up our academic careers. So I do feel comfortable. You know, it might be difficult because I'm going to get certain looks or hear certain comments, but UB is a safe campus and the university is working with me to make sure that I feel safe.
So now, planning this project, did you think that you would do you think all this will happen? Like,
right, did you expect it to get like this big?
I mean, because you had MSNBC talking about it, CNN was talking about it, everybody was talking about it. Even Al Sharpton said something about it 2 days ago.
Oh.
So, yeah, so did you expect to get all these people talking about it?
What I expected was to have some sort of response. I expected to have a response within UB. I thought that it would probably go as far as the city. I never knew that it would go as nationwide or even global as it has gone. But as artists, we hope that all of our projects will have some sort of great impact or great magnitude. Yeah. But we remain a little bit realistic and practical, saying this probably isn't going to reach the global magnitude that I wanted to. But now that it has, I'm very happy with that, and I see that it's a great success because the only reason that it has reached a global magnitude is because it's a relevant subject.
Mm-hmm. Now, you said in your statement that you were sorry for hurting people, but you don't regret doing it. Why is that?
To clarify, I said I apologize.
Yeah, well, you apologize. Yeah.
Yes, I view an apology as something different from saying that I'm sorry. I said that I apologize because I too am a young non-white person. I too have experienced racism. I too have my trauma. So I understand and totally sympathize and empathize with the fact that some people may have been truly hurt, but I do not apologize for my actions for 1 second. I do not apologize for my actions, and I know that I did not do anything wrong. The reason that I know that I did not do anything wrong is because we're having this nationwide discussion at a magnitude that we wouldn't have otherwise had it.
Of course.
So you would do it again?
I would definitely do it again in the exact same way, because this is something that's necessary to move society forward. Critical dialogue is necessary.
I think this whole thing has been, like we was discussing off air, this whole thing is being blown out of proportion because of the fact that you're Black. Mm-hmm. And, you know, white only signs, Black only signs, that's always been like a touchy topic. Like,
I mean, people have died over signs.
So when people found out that you were Black, I think it made it a more Black thing than something bigger. Like how we were discussing, it's bigger than what it really is. Mm-hmm. Why do you feel it's that?
I'm not sure if I would say that it's bigger than what it really is. It's because the way that people responded to it is very telling that this is some sort of generational trauma that we're all suffering from. But I think that the backlash that came in because I'm Black is because I'm finally asking people to move forward than just being upset. I feel like so many people are very good at being upset, and a lot of people are very good at being victims, but then they rest there and they don't start trying to figure out solutions. So I'm imploring my student body and I'm imploring the population to be intellectual and critical and constructive. And I'm saying, okay, now that our emotions have calmed down, what are we going to do about this? What are we going to do about the fact that children who have never lived through Jim Crow are we responding this way to Jim Crow signage? What are we going to do about this? How are we going to address the fact that it is very evident that non-white people do feel pain and trauma and suffering in this country?
Exactly. All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick commercial break right now. We're going to go to a new song. Nicki Minaj, Drake, Truffle Brother. Hit me up, 644-9393 if you got any questions for Ashley Powell. Weigh in on this topic. It's important. When you call in, make sure you keep it clean, okay? People Station 93.7 WBLK. You ever felt like a just a heat wave?
Yeah.
I just felt that heat wave. Just like
Yeah. Like I feel like it's just like
yeah, oh yeah.
It's like energy being directed into this room right now.
People Station, how you doing?
The young lady that's on the air, she's a serious young lady. I'm the executive director of South Carolina Coalition. And when I'm listening to her on the highway coming back from fishing, and I'm like, man, this is what BLK needs to be pushing out there.
Yes, sir.
You know, your time zone that you in, brother, right now is different from what we used to have at BLK. So I applaud that young lady for what she's doing because I'm always out there on the battlefield doing what we do with science. And I respect what she said. I respect BLK changing the mindset of Buffalo, New York, and the world.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
All right.
Who is this?
Sir. Who is this?
This brother Six. I drive that Stop the Violence bus. I am the executive director of Stop the Violence Coalition.
Okay, okay.
Think tank, field team for it. I'm all over doing it, and what she's doing is perfect for Buffalo.
Yes, sir.
And we would love to bring her to one of our banquets and honor her for what she did, and BLK for taking encouragement to push it on the air during y'all time when everybody's listening, young and black and old.
Now the question is, with this whole event, y'all serving food?
Right.
You know what?
Hello?
Yes.
With this event, y'all serving food?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I'm definitely there. This Ace, by the way. I'm definitely there.
Hey, what's up, brother? What's up, brother? I mean, I respect what y'all doing, man. So y'all the new generation out here in Buffalo, New York. Y'all pushing it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It, man. You know, I'm not giving up on our young brother sister. You know, so keep it up with that young lady.
Yes, sir.
You know,
We will do.
White and black, we on it like that. Peace.
Peace.
All right.
People Station, how you doing?
What's good? What's good? How you doing?
I'm doing good. You got any questions for Ashley Powell?
You know what? I gotta commend her. She's actually, I'm not trying to be rude. She's actually the most intelligent person I've heard on WBLK.
Whoa. Hold up. I don't sound intelligent.
No. I'm not. I'm just trying to say in terms of guests. And I mean, I think y'all would.
Oh, guess-wise, okay.
More intelligent guests on the station.
Yes, sir.
Everything she's done, I 1,000% support her in everything she does.
Wow, that's big.
That's incredible. I love that because you know she accomplished what she set out to do, and that is something that we need to talk about. I'm calling from Toronto, and I'm 1,000% behind it. I would love to have her come up here and speak.
Wow. Okay.
I kid you not.
Appreciate that. And who's this again?
This is Roger from Toronto.
Roger from Toronto. Appreciate you calling in, man.
All right, big up. What's her name?
Ashley Powell. She's right here if you want to talk to her real quick.
Yeah, I would love to talk to her.
Hi, Roger. I'm right here.
Roger, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Did you hear my comments just now?
Yes, I did. Thank you so much for
I
that
kid you not.
support.
You speak very, very well. You're confident, and I just love that you have not even the audacity to bring that up. That is incredible.
Thank you
We
so
need more
much.
of that.
Thank you.
We need more of that. We need to get our WBLK to be more responsible, even in terms of the music they play, because it's counteractive in terms of what the real thing that we should be doing is.
Well, that's a good
And
point.
I'm not saving nothing. I'll tell it like it is.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you keeping it real.
Real time. Yeah, no, we need more of that because the more people hear it, the more they're going to think about it. And that's what we need to raise awareness by just conversation.
Exactly.
Right? And if they're hearing poison and toxin every day and night, obviously that's all we're going to be able to reiterate or spit back up.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you so much.
All right?
All right, man. Take care.
All right.
All right, peace. People Station, what's up?
Yeah, this is for Ashley.
Okay. She can hear me.
Ashley, I just want to say that a tan is a tan. Just because you people stayed out in the sun too long doesn't give you the right to complain.
Excuse me? Would you like to
We're not
clarify?
sure. Yeah.
Can you clarify that?
You heard what I said. I said just because you stayed in the sun too long doesn't give you the right to complain. Period.
What do you mean by, since you
A
said
10
it's
is a 10, regardless of what you call it. Don't make you black, don't make you white. It's what you want to be in life.
I understand it's what we want to be in life, but this project is talking about what we're forced to be in life because of the systemic structures that we have in our society. So you can tell me that I can have my own person and I can be my own individual, which is very true, but I'm calling everyone to step up to be their own individual as well. And we all need to step up together to address racism and not try to run and hide from it.
That's what it
exactly
is.
What this
Either you
project is about.
separate yourself amongst yourself or you don't. You be yourself.
Exactly.
More power to you, though.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you calling in. Am I the one that thought that was weird? I had to stop the recording for a second. Like,
That was weird.
at first, I'm like, okay. Oh, what do you mean? Tan in the sun. It's fall. What do you mean?
I'm like, this ain't no tan.
Hold up, bro. It's fall.
None of this.
Yeah, it's fall, bro. What is you at? It's fall. I'm like, okay. I know I ain't the only one that's thinking that. Like, I'm trying to see what y'all. We all like, what?
On the same page with that.
All right, hold on. We're going. All right. Yeah, we're going back live. You all right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of good job, honey.
Holding up tight, because most people would be like, man, I don't want to go through the rest of this. Like, most people would have left by now, man. So for you to do that,
You got this.
hey, good job. Good job.
This mama.
Good job, man. Good job. Woo. So we're gonna this one, the one we're about to do, we're gonna do that one, and then we're gonna say the one we just pre-recorded. We're gonna play that towards the end of the hour.
Okay.
So that way it'll be an hour-long thing.
Okay.
All right. So the mayor said he want to recognize you at the 30 Under 30 awards next year.
Excellent.
His admin just texted me, so
I'll email Barry in the morning.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so,
The mayor?
yeah, the mayor of Buffalo. Yeah. His admin just texted me and said, "Hey, we want to." Yeah. So.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yay, support's coming in.
That's big. Because normally I was thinking like he was gonna call in saying all kind of crazy stuff, and I was
Me
like,
too.
it's
Because they can't say anything. We usually get like a lot of white people calling in whenever we say anything about black.
We had one guy get mad because we weren't talking about some. What was the dude name? They got mad like we were talking about the black stores or whatever.
The Muslim kid.
Yeah. Oh, he told us we wanted.
Day.
So we weren't doing our job.
We wanted to talk about something because this is locally. You know what I mean? So we did mention what was his name? Ahmed.
Yeah.
We mentioned it, but we were more concerned about this story because it happened right in our hometown.
Yeah. I mean, bro was like, "You're not doing your job right." I said, "Like, hold up, bro. You don't even work in radio. If you behind the mic, then you understand how hard it is to choose stories."
Right.
I mean, like she said, it was local, man. Local roots. The people say it's 93.7 WBLK. You're live with Ace right now. That was Miguel. How many drinks? Michelle Visa.
Yeah, we got Ashley Powell in the building. Grad student from UB. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me again.
This is
conversation.
This has become, I'd say, one of the best interviews I've done in a while.
Thank you.
I mean, normally you get an artist, you do the artist, and it's about nonsense. But this one is something that needs to be talked about. Like, phone lines are ringing, people are calling in. You've gotten so much support in the past 15 minutes from random people. How do you feel?
I feel extremely encouraged, and it's great because it's uplifting me a lot. There was a lot of backlash, and I still knew that I had to stand strong and remain unapologetic. But the simple fact of people becoming more vocal with the support instead of being more vocal with the hate is extremely encouraging. Yeah. And it's encouraging me that we are going to move towards a critical, constructive discussion.
Yeah, that's the important thing. Michelle, you got any questions for her?
I know you had a lot of backlash, but do you feel this is more a positive movement or negative?
I think that it's a positive movement because I keep going back to the fact that we're having this conversation right now. You know, like we're all in here in this room right now. We're having people call in. We're having people think about things that they wouldn't have had to think about at the level that they're thinking about it. So although there's backlash coming with it, that just seems part of the territory with any sort of positive change. Because so many people are afraid or don't want to make the effort or simply don't want positive change because they might be in a place of where they feel themselves in a place of power and they think that any sort of change might take away from that. But I see this as a strictly positive outcome.
Exactly. Cool question for you. All right. So I'm asking this question and answer it honestly, you know, whatever. So if you was in the face of Martin Luther King right now and he asked you about the project, do you think he would be pleased with it, or do you think he would feel some kind of way?
By the way that Martin Luther King ran his life,
yeah,
he doesn't care who's pleased with what.
Exactly.
He's going for one thing, which is for racial justice. He did not ask for consent.
Yeah.
He did not ask for approval, and he especially did not believe in consent nor approval when it came to racial problems that are affecting our day-to-day lives.
Yeah, that's important for the young generation to know. I actually want to solicit some of the students from UB to call up. We want to engage with you guys. All right, 644-9393. We're about to go into new music right now. Vito, it's called Classic right here on the People Station, 93.7 WBLK. You all right? It's like every time we turn the mic, I was like,
she got her game face on.
Yeah, she got me ready. What's she more ready? All right, let's do the last one. The People Station, how you doing?
Hey, all right. You know what she did is a positive thing. You know why? Because a lot of Afro-American as well has lost track of what our ancestors and everyone has really been through. And then you have so much black on black crime to where, I mean, they really don't realize what's really going on here. Racism is always going to be here. It doesn't matter, you know, how much you try, it's going to be here.
Yeah.
But when you have your own race killing each other, you know, and don't even know what the history is behind life itself, you know what I mean? So what she did was good, because it takes you back and makes you start thinking, you know, and you realize what your true roots have really been through to gain this freedom that we do have. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I agree completely. Because I don't believe that we can get to a change without first addressing what we need to change and why we need to change it.
Exactly.
Just the traumatic response from this shows that that's the reason that we need change. Like I said, there's no reason kids my age should be feeling this way about black only and white only signs.
Well, right. See, I'm 52 years old, you know, and I had to deal with a lot of people in public, and I've been through a lot. But I have I didn't let them hold me down from working 3 jobs and take care of my kids and doing what I had to do and raise them right, you know? So, I mean, you know, you come a long way, but you go what you believe in. Because one thing I have learned, you can't please everybody. But if you could change one person's life, that's a lot.
Exactly, man. What's your name, by the way, bro?
My name is Tarek.
Tarek?
Yes.
All right, Tarek, man. Appreciate you for calling in, okay?
All right. Yeah, have a wonderful evening.
You too.
All right.
People Station, how you doing? People Station, how you doing?
Hey, what y'all got going on? What's the subject tonight? I hear y'all talking. I just told them what's going on.
Well, we're talking about Ashley Powell. I'm sorry, Ashley Powell from UB. She did the art project with the black only, white only signs, and we're here discussing it live.
Yeah, what was the purpose of that?
What was the purpose of what?
Her putting up those signs.
Well, she's right here. You can ask her that.
Oh, yeah, where's she at? Young lady, excuse me. What was the purpose of that?
The purpose of it was to implicate white privilege. So a big problem with racism today is that a lot of people don't take personal responsibility to try to help change the system. So it is giving white people a chance, people who do benefit from privilege, a chance to take an individual action to take those signs down, to not be silent or compliant with the system. It was also to expose that Black people do have generational trauma. We do still suffer from racial pain that goes on unaddressed in our society. So it's to start this conversation and to implicate white privilege.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Rock on, sister.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But when I first heard it, I thought it was one of those Europeans that did it. But then I found out it was a sister, so I said, oh, maybe she had a reason behind it.
Did you have to say Europeans?
There was definitely a reason behind it.
I mean, listen, I could have, I wanted to say something else, you, but I don't, I just European because that's what they are.
Yeah, please don't, because we got a live stream going. They get everything that you say right
No, that's why I said European, but yeah.
Yeah, because we ain't got no dumb button, man.
Yeah, Black Power.
I appreciate you calling in, man.
All right.
All right. The bird say Black Power. Yeah. Good. That was. People Station, how you doing?
What?
People Station, how you doing? Hello.
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hi?
How are you? You called the People Station. What's going on?
Nothing.
You have a question for Ashley Powell, or you called for a request? Which one?
I forgot what I called, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, take some time to think, and I guess give us a call back. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe she wanted to say something, got scared.
I don't know. Why? She's at home. It sounded like she was in a dorm room somewhere. That's what it said. Finally. Man, this is big, man. And I appreciate you for coming too. And it's even better that your mom's here, your sister's here, so you got that family support. Because most people, like radio interviews, when it's something dealing like this, you should never come along. Because if you don't got the support from your family, they can easily swindle you into answering questions that you don't want to answer, and then they can use it against you.
Right.
So it's kind of good. When she reached out, she's like, "Yeah, I'm a PR." I was like, "Okay, damn, turn up." I'm like, "Okay, but the big leagues now." Woo! Yo, appreciate you for coming in too. Honestly.
No, thank you for having me. Like when y'all reached out, I was like, "Yes, the audience."
When it happened, I thought about it for like a day. I was like, "Man, should I? Should I not? Should I?" So that's my boss. I was like, "Yo, what you think?" He was like, "Dude, if she come on and do it, do it. If that's what you want to do it." Because when you try to solicit anyone for an interview, they'll say one thing, and then when it comes down to it, they'll try to back out of it. That was I was like, man, what if I do it? She say yeah, and then like the day of, she was like, yeah, I'm not gonna come. Like, dang.
I was like, I feel like I needed to be here tonight.
Yeah, The People Station 19.7 WBLK, Chris Brown. Somebody put something in his liquor. Oh, boy, Rihanna, though. It is up 644-93. 93. We still got Ashley Powell in the studio. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Everything good with you? You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So we were saying, talking about the callers, and you getting a lot of support. You just got, people are asking you to come and speak. How does it feel for people to call up and ask you to come speak at places you've probably never been before?
That actually does really feel amazing, and it's very encouraging. I've been sort of more or less at the epicenter of the backlash, but now that we see that people from the outside and people from the older generation and people from my generation are starting to speak up too, that support has been amazing, and it's just reassuring that I did the right thing and the project is doing what it set out to do. Yeah,
that's the main important thing. People, here's the thing that I don't like, is when stuff happen with African Americans, it's always the younger crowd that do the total opposite when it comes to standing for justice. They do the total opposite. And my fear was when the story came out, the main thing I thought about was, okay, it's going to be a big riot on UB campus. They're about to start turning up. Because every time it's something dealing with African Americans, it's always the younger crowd that like to break into stores and do a bunch of crazy stuff. What were your thoughts, as you were writing your statement or whatever? What were your thoughts?
My thoughts about the people my age reaction and the backlash they're giving me, I never once worried that they would become violent or that they would become physically aggressive. I actually think that their response was actually very well handled because they held an emergency BSU meeting within hours of the piece going up. They tried to create a dialogue. I'm not sure if it became constructive as it needs to be, and I'm very hopeful that it will because, like I said, this is a very intellectual, diverse campus, and I know if anyone's capable of it, we're capable of doing it. young college students have always been the people to start the movement, to start the critical discussions, and to make change. So I never for a second thought that my campus would react in a violent, rowdy manner, because I do go to UB and we are a campus of diverse intellectuals. Like I said, I have the support of my colleagues, I have the support of my entire department, I have the support of my college, and I have the support of the university, because this is what the university is meant to do. It's meant to help intellectuals foster conversations for change.
Yeah. Okay. All right, y'all, 644-9393. You got any questions for Ashley Powell before we get out of here? Hit us up right now. Hashtag Ashley Speaks. Add us on Twitter right now, 937WBLK. That's your Instagram. Facebook, WBLK Buffalo, the People Station, 93.7 WBLK. Man, I want to go raw. So bad. So bad.
That's a good question.
Last question. People Station, got a question for Ashley?
Yes, I do.
Hey, who's this?
Hi, my name is Shelly from UB.
Oh, okay, we got UB on the phone. What up, though? Talk to us.
First of all, I'd like to say that I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much for doing and sharing your performance work. Could you please go over or say it again? What particular department are you majoring in?
I am a graduate student in the Department of Arts, and I'm in my second year, which means I'll be doing my thesis.
Have you connected with the Department of Visual Studies?
Yes, I have connected.
Are you familiar with Professor Jasmina?
Yes, Yasmin is one of my mentors.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to tell you to do.
Okay.
I'm going to say, because I just finished a course with her, and I'm an artist too, and actually I'm working on getting my PhD in anthropology from
Oh,
UB.
that's amazing. That's awesome.
And that's a part of my whole dissertation piece is all about the whole the actual reinforcement of racism within social structure of social cultures and society.
Great. That is great that is.
But I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
And you just touched my heart with that piece. You just made my day.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you for that
That's
support.
big.
And you are such a blessing, and continue on with what you're doing. I mean, you are an enlightenment to the consciousness of the racial problems that we have existing that has been around for centuries, and it's constantly reinforced.
Exactly. I cannot.
We're gonna need a major deconstruction, and we need more voices like you to be out there on the forefront of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And
I'm
thank
so
you for
happy.
mentioning
You
Yasmina.
just made me just so happy. I just want to cry.
Thank you. You made me feel happy too.
I'm just so proud of you.
Thank you. The encouragement really is amazing, and it's helping me through this entire process. Thank
And
you
if
so
you
much.
talk to Jasmine, just say Shelly. She'll probably wonder who Shelly is, but she'll know who I am.
Okay. I'll mention.
Tell her I miss no idea.
Okay.
Appreciate you for calling in, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.
We need to have more people like her on radio.
We will, promise you. We will.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
The People Station, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Roderick again.
Hey, man.
Can I get Ashley's email address? I do some work with Ahmed Rashidi also for the Riyadh Nation.
Oh, what's up, bro? How you?
Good. No, this is I do work with Ahmed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ahmed would love to speak to her and even have her on the show.
Perfect. Her PR's in here, by the way.
What's right?
Her PR's in here, by the way. Hold on.
Okay.
I'd like to know, is there a contact that you have that's already available online that we can go to and email you information?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what it is?
Okay, so you just want my email address?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so it's Rod, R-O-D, at Urban, U-R-B-A-N, Rez, R-E-Z, Solutions, SOLUTIONS.com.
Rod, R-O-D, at Urban Res with a Z Solutions.
Yes.
Okay, is it .com or anything?
Yeah, .com. .com.
Okay, Roger.
Yeah, that's my name, Roger.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I do work with Amon Rashidi, who's on the Griot Nation,
Okay.
and they have a syndicated show, and I think you did excellent guest.
Okay, that's excellent. We would be honored to be considered to be on that show. My name is Renata. I've been working with Ashley for the past week through all these this wonderful experience, and I will be in contact with you tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Thanks.
And you take down my number too.
Okay. What is it?
It's 647
Uh-huh.
287 47 41.
41.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Woo! What? All right.
It's crazy. I like expected like people to be like, "You're a horrible person."
Yeah, like how people would like. Here's some of the stuff that they were saying on. I was, show prepping today. Some people was like, "I'll show you." Yeah, I'm like, what in the world?
That's why we drove from Chicago.
Chicago? Wow!
Oh my dad.
What?
I know, that's how my mom is.
Right there.
Right there.
I came to support my baby.
I'm
She came to support her sister.
Y'all told today?
No, they got here Monday.
We drove here Monday from Chicago.
Wow.
I called them Friday, and my daddy called. He was like, "They'll be up there Monday."
Oh man, yeah, I was looking on Twitter. I was like, dude. But my thing is, I don't understand. Okay, if the BSU was doing something, why didn't have you go to it? That would have made more sense. Like, if you want to know what happened, have you come and let you tell why you did it.
But didn't you go to one of their meetings and you stood up and took responsibility?
Yeah, that was my first interaction with him, which was really.
How did that go?
Woo, that was rough.
Wow.
That was a really awful experience, but it was necessary.
Yeah.
Without that experience, I couldn't have written the statement that I wrote and everything. And it gave me a chance to think about it from the other angle and to critically think about their response.
After, how did you feel though? Like,
I felt,
after you did it?
It was pretty because, it's hard to sit there for 2 hours and have everyone attack
2 hours?
and I wasn't allowed to speak.
What?
A few people were angry too. And the thing is, this forum tonight, they specifically said it's not to talk about the project nor the motivation. So they literally said, we're not about to talk about race issues. They said it's to talk about how they should address it or lack thereof. So basically, they think she should have been expelled.
Yeah, that I did see that on Twitter. A lot of people were talking about, yeah, she should be expelled, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And I thought that too at first. This is from the first day. This is before I knew who wrote it, you know what I'm saying, black or white. I just said, whoever did this, you know what I mean? If it was a joke or whatever, it's wrong. But after reading your statement and hearing you speak, I totally understand and get why you did it.
When we were talking on air, I was like, yo, my grandparents were told they couldn't participate in extracurricular activities because they were black. So when that came out, I was like, oh, that hurt.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next day, I found out I was African American. I'm like, wait a minute, what?
Right. There's gotta be a reason behind it.
Yeah, so man, my mom's like, what's going on? Like, my mom said the same thing. I need to come up there. I'm like, what? That got nothing to do with me. Hell, I work in radio.
Yeah, when she first told me about the project.
So you knew about it before she actually did it.
Wow.
She was the one, she was like, don't get into no trouble. I was like, Mom, people don't care about this enough to blah, blah, blah.
When she talked to me about it, I said, baby, are you going to do it? I said, you're on a full line. You're going to take a scholarship and kicked out, and people are going to hate you. And all she said was, Mama, you recovered from 8.5 hours brain surgery. I didn't call to worry you. It's called to tell you what's going on.
Now,
you are my worry. You're my child.
When you did the project, did they even discuss anything about trying to spell you or nothing? Oh, well, you good then. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the way that the people were putting it on Twitter, oh, spell, we signed. I'm like, I saw one guy, we're going to sign a petition. I'm like, dude.
Somebody walked up to me after that because I'm like in flee mode, like trying to get out of that hostile room. 2 people tried to speak up and this was the point that we're all here together. We have like people from Poder and like the Asian student union. saying things like, we need to stop separating ourselves and come together. And people are like, that's the point. So we're all here together in solidarity, talking about what we want to talk about today. And the two people that tried to make that point were just attacked. Like, they weren't. It's like an
and a lot of times when you do forums like that, and they say that they want to address another issue, it's really a bait. You know, I dealt with that stuff as well back in Charlotte. I was told I couldn't ride the city bus because of what I had on. I just came from the gym playing basketball, and the driver was white. He was like, "Well,
you sagging?"
No, I really wasn't. That day, I really wasn't. this day, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna change my life. I ain't sorry, but you know. And he was like, "Yeah, well, you have an odor, and you can't ride the bus with an odor. And there's a no odor policy." So I'm like, what? So people on the bus like, did he really just tell this kid that there's no odor policy? So I didn't get to ride the bus that day to home. So it took me an hour and a half to get home because the city bus was an hour and a half from where I stayed at. I stayed in the suburb area of Charlotte. The bus station is downtown with a courthouse, FBI, all that stuff. That's an hour and a half away. And I told my mom, I said, "Mom, I'm walking home." Now, mind you, my mother's in LA working. So she was like, "Why are you walking home? Didn't you catch the bus?" Well, he said there was a no order policy. He basically said I was thinking I couldn't ride the bus. My mother got on the next flight the next day and came home. Was like, "Well, we finna sue." So it was a big issue. It was locally, and he got fired. And people was like, "Well, you know, you come from the gym, you stink and stuff like that." But at the end of the day,
there were people on the bus that
that's not the point.
Exactly. So I'm like, "Bruh, really?"
Right.
And like me and my friends, we still bring it up to the day. Like, remember when you used? I was like, "Yeah, it is what it is." I mean, everybody's a victim of it in some sort of way, even with jobs, opportunities, and it's like, man.
Yeah, but we discussed the project. I think we'll probably create some backlash.
Oh yeah.
I say that the art department supporting you. She said yes, they are supporting me. They're encouraging me to be able to do it.
But a lot of people, a lot of the I'm not to talk about the black people a lot, but a lot of black people are trying to say that y'all uppity because of the saying that they're uppity because of the project that y'all did, and that you're supporting her. That's how they feel. And it's not that. It is not that. Everyone has their own opinion.
And people keep trying to say we're in 2015, but so still are 1960s.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
My daddy was born in 1940.
Wow.
And he said that when the civil rights movement came through his hometown, my grandma was saying they need to go away and stop stirring up ruckus.
Because she didn't know any better.
You got to be the change you want to see.
Right.
And I was talking with the mayor's admin. It's about a month and a half ago, like when I first got here. And I was like, "Yo, what's the good and bad about Buffalo?" He was like, "Yo, it's racially divided.
It's segregated."
And he was like,
Are you?
I'm from here.
You're from here, so you certainly know what you're talking about.
My first night here,
On the east side,
I went to go to Bada Bing to
area,
have wings. Like, I got here like 1 o'clock in the morning, and they told me because I had a hoodie on, I couldn't come in. But the same guy that was white came in right behind me with the hoodie. They said nothing to him. He walked right in and grabbed a drink. I'm like, okay, something wrong with this equation here. Like, what's going on?
Right.
So that's, man, I appreciate you coming in too, honestly.
Thank you.
Because
I'm happy I'm here.
So well, every question.
Because certain people that would have came on here, they probably would have froze up like on the first question. Like, honestly. So you really handled yourself well. You're a pro in my book. Matter of fact, you can sign that thing.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta get you a Sharpie because we gotta find you a Sharpie.
Big thing.
Yeah. You get Reverend Al Sharpton talking about you doing something right.
Al Sharpton,
Yeah, they were talking about racial discrimination, period. And he'd take certain stuff and spin it off, and that was one of the stories that he took and spin it. This was like this past week, Monday, last week, I think. Like Monday or Tuesday, whenever it happened, whatever. So, yeah, when I saw New York Times talking about it, I was like, hold up, what?
When I saw New York Times in my email, like I googled the lady, I was like, we take the New York Times, and I was like,
yeah, because certain outlets you don't go to.
Right.
Like honestly, if you would have went to the New York Times, they probably would have tried to spin it around and throw it back at you. Honestly.
Well, they actually did it critically, like because they called me and I did like a quick little, not something that they quoted from, but we had like, a quick little interview and like you should check the article out. It's actually like a critically written article. They're not going for the whole sensational.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
But there were some people who was really pushing for the sensational thing, so I kind of been like, you know, like trying to have my guard up. Like,
Yeah.
as soon as I came in here, I was like, oh, we good.
It's not because when you first got here, I was just saying, I hope she, you know, she's close. I told you, get comfortable, relax, you know.
I did.
So yeah, I'm glad you came in. Honestly, I'm glad you came in. This is not because when I originally sent you the email, I didn't think you was gonna respond back. I'm like, she ain't gonna respond back. Like it's too big right now. She ain't, you know. Respond back like what, the same day, next day? I'm like, okay, cool. We on something.
I was like, this is the demographic I'm trying to talk to. And so many people criticize my statement for being self-indulgent.
Yeah.
And I think it's because I was not talking to white people. I was talking directly to black people.
Yeah.
And not white people. Because they're the ones who felt the hurt. Not white people.
That's the thing, man. That you came on and like that's why I wanted you to come in and talk because people need to hear from you. We can have our own opinion about it and say it, but if it comes from you directly, we want to know your emotions, how you felt, what your thoughts were, because that's the most important thing. How I feel, how she feel, or how someone else in this building or media feel, it doesn't matter. It all matters about how you feel, your regrets, what happened, whatever. That's what matters. So I'm glad you came on, honestly. Like this is. I was telling her, I was like, yo, this is a big day today. Like, hey, this is the Cali to wine mixer. This is a big day today. This is a big day today, yo. This is a big day today.